What's up, guys, and welcome to my picks for the top 10 best 4K Blu-rays of 2021. Keep in mind, I haven't purchased every single 4K release that came out, but I did get a good chunk of it. If you've been following up on the unboxing videos and update videos that I post, it's basically everything in there. So, yeah, without further ado, this is my personal opinion. I'm watching. If you're curious to what my setup is before I give you my thoughts, it's a 55-inch Samsung 4K UHD TV. The 4K Blu-ray player is LG, I believe. The surround sound is full Klipsch audio. Uh, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. So yeah, that's what we're working with here. We got a subwoofer, of course. So yeah. Without further ado, now you guys know the setup, so that's what I'm watching, what I'm looking and hearing. So, yeah, let's begin with number 10, my 10th favorite 4K Blu-ray of the year. This, list mainly has to do with the picture quality of the film and the sound quality to the film, but it's an added bonus if you get a lot of bonus features as well. This film does have some, but what they were able to do with this transfer to clean it up, make it look great, make it sound great. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Really what they were able to do with the picture quality here, they make it look so, I don't know, like when you go into the Chocolate Factory, it's like for the first time, it's like you're seeing it for the first time again, because the way it looks is like, wow, there's so much depth here. The Blu-ray was good, but you're seeing it in the proper aspect ratio and everything. And I would love a steelbook of this. I'm not too sure why Best Buy didn't put out a steelbook. That would make things even better. But yeah, this list has nothing to do with packaging, really. It's just like an added bonus. Like I said, I'm mainly looking at the picture and sound quality to talk about in this video. So yeah, Willy Wonka. They didn't really do much with the audio here, but for the picture, they did a great job with it. And it's an older film, so they were able to really clean it up, make it look great for 4K. And that's number 10. So moving into number 9, it's another older release film that I think looks incredible on 4K Blu-ray and sounds just as good. I believe there's even a Dolby Atmos track on this. It's from Universal. It's Smokey and the Bandit. The Blu-ray I thought was okay, but when you put this 4K in, and particularly what they're able to do with the sound, it makes it feel so immersive. Like it's really incredible what they were able to do with this. And the new 4K scan of this movie is so clear. It's so vibrant. I mean, the colors it pop so much. The clarity that they were able to bring to this picture was something special. So Smokey and the Bandit is number 9 for me. Number 8 is a new release film. It did come out this year, and it's The Suicide Squad. James Gunn, I think, shot the movie in 6K or 8K, something like that. So the 4K was a downscale from that quality, but it looks absolutely stunning. The sound as well, so immersive. The immersive sound, the picture is so immersive. You see that all the CG in this is great. It actually looks fantastic with the king shark and everything. You thought maybe, it's so HD, it might not look good. The visuals in this are very good. And the 4K quality is fantastic as well. So that's why this is number 8 for me. So moving into number 7, I believe it's another film that was shot at either 6K or 8K. I know it was shot at a very high clarity. A film that I watched for the first time on 4K. It's The Green Knight. This is from A24. And yeah, the movie is good on its own. But the sound, like this, the immersive sound is great. But the picture, this is some of the most beautifully shot films of the year. I think this should get a cinematography Oscar nomination at least. Probably it's not going to get one, but it looks fantastic. And the picture, I can't really describe to you how good this movie looks on 4K. The only reason why it's not higher up on my list is because the sound quality, even though it is really good and immersive, I just think there's better picture plus sound combos. This has really good sound, but excellent picture. So yeah, that's why The Green Knight is on the list here. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7. So we're moving into number 6 here, which is another film I watched for the first time on 4K. It's The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I love this steelbook. This is a fantastic steelbook, and the movie's great too. But the picture in this. Now, I do believe that there was a Blu-ray released with a 4K scan on it. Not 100% sure about that, but from what I heard, there was a slight difference between this and that, and this had the slight edge, I think, from what I can remember hearing. Regardless, this is a fantastic 4K disc. The picture quality, same for The Green Knight, is stunning. The snowy scenes, all of it, you're in it, you're feeling it. It's great. The sound, what they're able to do with some of the sound effects, the prosthetics, the makeup work, all of it looks so good on 4K Blu-ray, and I'm so happy that I was able to watch the film for the first time on 4K. And a lot of these are that, older films that come to 4K, you buy it and you're like, oh, wow. And some of you might be wondering, oh, well, these aren't 2021 movies. No, these are all the 4K Blu-rays released in 2021. If this had a release in 2021 on 4K Blu-ray, it qualifies for this list. So, a lot of older films. But hey, it's great that they're doing these catalog movies, and The Thing was fantastic as well. So now I think we're in the top 5 here, guys. We are in the top 5, and number 5... guess what? It's another older film that I watched for the first time on 4K Blu-ray. I believe this had Oscar-winning sound, and you can definitely tell why, because the sound quality is fantastic on this 4K, and the picture, the clarity, the color saturation, excellent stuff here. And I'm talking about Speed on 4K Blu-ray. This is an awesome steelbook, by the way. Like, I love this steelbook. It's actually one of my favorite steelbooks of the year. But like, just the way that the action sounds with this, it's moving around your whole room. The effects, the beginning, they're in the elevator, all this is going on, and it looks great. Like, and it sounds great. And I was like, wow, this came out when, 93 or something like that, and it won the best Oscar, the best Oscar. It won the best sound Oscar. And when you watch the film, especially on 4K, and you hear it, you understand why. So, yeah. And look, some movies that were, up for best sound at the Oscars that won got 4K releases, and hey, maybe don't sound as good as this, maybe aren't as immersive. But this, they did it right. And I really hope that Disney goes back in to the 20th Century Fox films, 20th Century Studios, and puts more of these on 4K Blu-ray. Because if you keep bringing them to us like this, it's a winner. Number 4 is a film from Kino Lorber, the only Kino Lorber title on this list. The only 2 Kino Lorber films I picked up this year were The Silence of the Lambs and Misery. You could probably guess what this is. I liked the other transfer. Sound was good, but what they were able to do with Misery on 4K Blu-ray, it almost looks like they got rid of the original color palette, and they totally went in with some new color grading for this, and it looks the best it ever looked. The sounds the best it ever sounded. So that's why this is so high on the list. This is number 4 for me for the best 4K Blu-ray of 2021. This is an incredible release, and if you like this film and you have a 4K Blu-ray player and you don't own this yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend Misery on 4K Blu-ray. It's a winner. All around, it's a winner. Special features, all of it, it's a winner. Next year, I think I already have planned to get 2 of the Kino Lorber releases. We have Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, film I've never seen, but hey, Gary Oldman's in it. He got an Oscar nomination. Going to be picking that up. And next month, we have another great movie, The Great Escape, coming to 4K. I think Criterion had a 4K scan on their Blu-ray, so it'll be kind of similar to the Silence of the Lambs situation, but can't wait to see that. But yeah, Misery, number 4 for me. Number 3, a movie that came out in the 1956, I believe. This movie looks stunning on 4K, and it sounds stunning on 4K. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the 10 Commandments. I can't really express to you how a 1956 film, 1956, right? How a 1956 film looks so good. Like, it looks so damn good. And maybe that could be sort of a negative for some of the set decoration. There's the scene where Moses is coming down the stairs, and we got Ramses and everything, and I think that's the scene when the water turns red for the first time. it's like, oh, this production design seems like it was filmed in a building. Maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know, but it's a great film. But the 4K quality to this, I mean, everything just looks so damn stunning, and it makes the movie so much more immersive. The sound as well, what they were able to do with this, the Ten Commandments on 4K Blu-ray. If you're into a type of movie like this, like a 3-4 hour film, I mean, it's worth it. It's worth your time, and I think it's great. So yeah, Ten Commandments is number 3. Number 2 is a film that I just watched today to see if it would qualify for this review, and guess what? It's number 2 for me. The sound is so crisp and so clear, and the gunshots, the score, the dialogue, it's all mixed so beautifully in this transfer, and the picture quality is so clear and so crisp, just like the sound, and it's just a winner. It's a winner on all fronts, and it's No Time to Die on 4K Blu-ray. I mean, this might be the best looking Bond film on 4K thus far. It's going to be hard to beat, you know, in general. I mean, it could have been number 1 for this, but I think number 1 for me was pretty definitive, especially as soon as I watched it for the first time. I was like, wow, this is something that's going to be hard to beat. But No Time to Die almost did it. No Time to Die almost did it, and yeah. So if you love Bond and you have 4K, and you have surround sound, I mean, it's a no-brainer, and the Steelbook is great as well. But my number 1 favorite 4K Blu-ray of 2021 is something that maybe a lot of you have already kind of assumed, maybe guessed, but it's something that has incredible visuals, some of the best visual effects that I've ever seen, and they transfer beautifully to 4K Blu-ray, and some of the most immersive surround audio I've ever heard, and that is Godzilla vs. Kong. Number 1 for me. This is my demo disc, and I've demoed my 4K capabilities and surround several times since this came out. This would always be the one I would go to. This is my demo disc. This is one of the best 4K Blu-rays I own in my collection, not just of 2021, but in general. This thing is a winner. The bass digs deep. The picture is crisp, clean, clear, beautiful, gorgeous. The visuals, the CGI deserves an Oscar nomination. Incredible stuff. And the sound, I cannot begin to describe to you how immersive the sound is, especially with the rear left and rear right speakers. I mean, there's so many sequences in this movie, especially like this, where the score is just pumping through every speaker and the action is pumping through every speaker. It was mixed so well, and you could, the 4K totally showcases that. There's a scene I always go to demo. Is they're running through this cave, and there's these bird monster dinosaur things flying all over the place, and there's gunshots and Kong's running around, and you hear guns from the back, from the front, and it's all so like, wow, like holy crap, you know, the fight when Godzilla's got the blue heat ray out of his mouth, and he's shooting it around, Kong's jumping around. I mean, the way it passes through your room. I mean, if you have surround sound and like a 4K TV or anything, or even a sound bar, I don't know, this would probably sound great on that, but this is so damn immersive. I can't get over it. So, yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong, number 1 for me, one of the best 4K Blu-rays that I've ever owned. And this Steelbook is pretty nice, too. It's very hard to find, this Steelbook. Good thing I got my pre-order in. And a little hint to some of you guys, if you guys want a Steelbook from Best Buy and you feel like it's going to be sold out, you pre-order it before it even comes out. If you get your pre-order in, you're guaranteed a copy. So there's my tip to you. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's my picks for the top 10 best 4K Blu-rays of 2021. Do you own any of these? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? We will go through quickly again. Number 10, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Number 9, Smokey and the Bandit. Number 8, The Suicide Squad. Number 7, The Green Knight. Number 6, The Thing. Number 5, we're getting into the great ones now, Speed. I mean, they're all great. Number 4, excellent 4K, Misery. Number 3, The Ten Commandments, something they could totally do so well with such an older film. Number 2, No Time to Die. and number 1, Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the clear winner for me. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. Guys, leave your comments down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Got a lot of content coming in the future, guys. A lot of content, a lot of cool stuff. I got a review for Licorice Pizza coming probably on Sunday, I would imagine. Sunday afternoon, I'll probably be doing that. And, of course, my picks for the top 10 best movies of 2021. We weren't able to do a top 10 list last year of the 2020 films. I don't think I've seen enough last year to have an honest list. So, yeah, this year we definitely do. We have an honest list, and I do believe I have an honest list for a top 5 worst movies of 2021, so definitely keep your eyes open for all that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, over and out.